blocking them. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Check, check.
Before we go on, one other comment as we get ready to celebrate Veterans Day. I know Mr. Martin, you'll address some of these next week in the schools that did, but we don't want to be remiss to not thank our veterans for everything that they have done, and including by them being there for us, we have this meeting. So I don't want to let that opportunity go by not to thank the veterans.
And Mr. Huggins, I'll share out to some of the photos and video from a lot of the proceedings today.
Next, at this time, entertain a motion for the board to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Been properly moved by Ms. Feathers, second by Mr. Zigray. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
Voting is open. Mr. Kisner, are you able to vote from your location?
I have board docs open, yes.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Thank you.
Motion passes 5-0.
Next on the agenda, at this time, entertain a motion for the board to approve the professional agenda.
I'll make that motion, and I would like to separate professional agenda 9700003334 from the rest of the agenda.
Second.
Okay, so it's been properly moved and seconded to separate those. Are you asking for an executive session as well? Mr.
Yes, please.
Okay, would you finish that part of the motion?
Yeah, also included in the separation of both, that we go into executive session for both.
So this is an amendment, right, to the motion?
We never seconded his motion.
Lucas did.
Lucas.
Oh, look, you did. You did, yes. No.
No, I'm
yeah,
confused.
Now I'm confused, yeah.
Okay, let's try it again.
We have to make a motion to
So
separate
I
them.
second the motion that
We
we
separate.
approve the agenda, and then now we're into discussion. He's making an amendment to separate?
No, we're actually in the professional personnel.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Zigray asked for it to be separated into two parts.
Okay.
The only
So we just
part-
need to vote on that.
Okay,
So
yeah,
we
let's
need
take
to
a vote
vote
on
on
that, and then
Then
we'll
we'll
go
go
into
into
executive.
executive
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
Okay, so we will have a motion
Let me make sure I
To
have this
separate.
correct.
to separate.
Because I have a motion, I want to separate 1, 2 also.
Okay,
So we can do this one first, and then I'll go after that.
let me make sure I have this correct,
We
Mr.
can do
Huggins.
the other two in the same one.
Okay?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure I understand what you're.
Yeah.
I have a call for an executive session by Mr. Zigray.
We separated. We have to call for the executive.
Okay, hold on then. So I have a call by Mr. Zigray to amend the motion to separate employee number 970003334 from the remainder of the agenda, or from the remainder of the professional agenda.
Correct. That's what Mr. Tatham seconded,
Okay,
was to separate. Okay, so now we'll vote on the separation
Of that one.
of that one.
Okay.
okay. You'll have to do that on a voice vote.
Okay, voice vote?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Separation of those, Mr. Kisner, it's a voice vote.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Now you want an executive session call?
Now, Mr. Zigray, to do the other part for the
Okay.
executive session
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session.
on the first one, because it's separated.
On the first one,
Yeah.
I second his motion for executive session.
Mr. Martin, I would like for the minutes to reflect that due to receiving a significant amount of information in this matter, that I will now and in the future recuse myself from any board discussion or vote in this matter.
Okay.
And just a side note, if it does come to the agenda in the future, you might want to split them
Okay.
for that reason.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we need to vote for executive session, correct?
Before you vote, you should state the purpose of the executive session.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that. Mr. Ziegler, do you have purpose
Legal.
of this?
Legal personnel.
Legal personnel. Thank you. I forgot that. I'm trying to make sure I did the other part, and I forgot that part.
Okay, voice vote.
Okay, again, voice vote?
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
Talk about-
Call for the vote.
Yes.
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 Yes. 4-0. Okay, now, with what he's asking, can she vote, since that's not on there because it's scratched off, so there's no voting. So there's no voting, so that'd be right.
You're not voting to take any action on it.
Right, that's what I'm saying, we're not voting on that. Okay, we are back in open session, Ms. Feathers back. Okay, we have had a motion to approve the professional agenda.
Who made that motion?
Mr. Ziegler
Ziegler, second by Mr. Tate.
and by
Yeah.
you. So that's there,
So now we're into discussion of the professional agenda.
yeah, and if you want an executive session.
Well, I'd like to make a motion that we separate since this is on the public thing, the two that are under resignation of professional staff.
Second.
Get that there, though. Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Tatham, second by Mr. Ziegler, to separate on the voting part. The resignation of professional staff.
Correct.
Okay, I just had to get there, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Do you have that? Who was the second one? It was moved by Mr. Tatham, second by Mr. Ziegler. Are there any questions on that? Hearing none, this also will be a verbal vote on this.
You ready? Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Any questions about the employees resigning?
that's the next thing.
Are we off?
We're in open session.
We're in open session, we have to ask for an executive session.
I mean, I can do my part in open session, but if we,
Well, we need to go, if anybody wants an executive session from the legal aspect on the next ones. I'll make a motion, we go into executive session to discuss another legal personnel problem or issue, not problem, issue.
Second.
This is for the resignations?
No, well, it's actually,
I'm lost.
yeah, I'm lost. So are we, which ones are we doing? Are we doing executive session for something different?
the executive session will be done with this. You've already, you said yours can be done in open session.
Yeah. Okay.
So we will come back to that.
Okay.
That way we can get the executive part, and once that's done, then we can vote on the whole issue.
Okay.
And I think I'm right. I won't swear to it, but I think I'm right. Okay, so it was moved by me and seconded by Mr. Ziegler. This is also a verbal vote. Mr. Tatham?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 5-0. 5:21. No, I forgot. We came back in, Mr. Tatham. Any questions or discussion?
The
Here-
motion should be going back into public.
What did I say? I said open session. Did I?
Okay, sorry. I meant
Okay. Okay, so it's been moved. This is a voice vote.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
yes.
Yes. 5-0. Okay, so we're back
That's what
at
time?
5:36.
Okay.
Okay, we're back into, we have a motion And second, on to approve the professional agenda.
Okay, so previously I had said that my separations I could speak about in an open session. However, I've had second thoughts and I make a motion that we enter executive session for personnel issues,
Legal.
legal personnel issue.
Second.
Okay, been moved by Mr. Tatham and second by Mr. Zigray to go in executive session to discuss a situation dealing with legal personnel issues. Any discussion? Hearing none, again, voice vote.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 5-0, 5:36.
Still 5:36?
At this time, entertain a motion to come into open session.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Zigray, second by Mr. Tatham. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 5:53. Executive session, legal issues were answered by the superintendent dealing with personnel. At this time, we have a motion on the floor to approve the professional agenda. Are there any other questions or discussion?
I understand the motion as approve the professional agenda minus those two items, correct?
Wait a minute, say that one more time.
We removed.
Oh, no, we removed those. You're right. Okay, so how do we have to word that?
Well, the wording is fine. We just need to be clear on what we're voting on. You'll have to have a separate vote for the two items that were removed.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we're, at this time, entertain a motion, has been there, has been approved for the professional personnel agenda minus the two items that were taken out. Is that correct? Okay. So any other questions on that? Okay, so we're voting on that issue, then we'll come back to the other two.
Okay, I just want to make sure, is the intent of the board that you're not going to vote on what you had requested to separate discussion upon?
No, I don't think that was the intent. Oh, so the first thing we do is voting on removing the two items? So,
So when you're saying removing the two items, are you indicating that you do not want to take a vote on the two
No.
resignations?
no, he was separating for discussion.
We already voted to remove them because we thought we were
Yes,
gonna.
I believe we already voted and removed them.
Yeah, so right now we're voting on the professional agenda minus the resignations, but we will revisit that.
Okay, gotcha.
And then vote for the resignations, since
Yeah.
they were already removed.
So we're correct in
It's
the
going
order
to
we're
take me
going.
forever to do this. These minutes are going to be something else. Okay, I understand, though, I got you. So
Okay.
a motion was made to vote on the professional agenda minus the positions of,
Resignation.
the positions of resignation.
Yes.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is a vote on our computer. So I'll call for the vote.
Well, no, I don't think it is yet, because the motion that's on the computer is recommend the board approve the professional agenda. I need to,
So historically, I believe, Mr. Martin, you've used the one in the computer for one of the two votes, and then we've done voice for the other of the
Yeah.
two votes. I'm not
Okay.
saying that that's how you want to do
That's-
it now.
That's how I was thinking. That's what I was doing, because anything we're voting on is minus those two. Everything
Okay.
else is okay. Then we come back to those two.
okay, so I'll add this to the original motion then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is a computer vote. Or a board docs vote, I should say, instead of a computer vote.
Okay. Voting is open. Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, so now you at this time, I entertain a motion to accept the resignations that was on the original agenda.
Second.
No, you have to move it.
Oh, sorry. I move
Okay.
what you said.
Second.
I thought you were making the motion.
No,
A
moved by
motion to
Mr.
accept the
Tatham.
resignations placed on the original agenda.
Yes.
And that motion was made by Mr.
Mr.
Tatham.
Tatham, second
Yes.
by Mrs. Feathers.
Okay.
Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
We have to do a voice vote on that,
Yes.
Mr. Huggins.
Yes.
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 Okay. I will get all that cleaned up.
And as difficult as it sounds, it's been a very good discussion.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that's in there. Next on the agenda, entertain a motion for the board to approve the service agenda.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Feathers, second by Mr. Tatham. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
Voting is open. Motion passes 5-0.
That basically concludes the agenda, except is the new agenda's up, so we actually can't add to that at this point. So I don't need to ask that question. Okay, so this concludes our special meeting. At this time, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Tatham, second by Ms. Feathers. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote.
Voting is open.
I was listening more clearly that time.
That's all right. That's why we're a good team. The good part is,
Motion passes
We're a team.
5-0.
Yeah.